The middleweight championship, scheduled for 12 rounds, between Julian Jackson of and Francisco de Jesus, Dave Brennan in Las Vegas.
At the second round, championship bout, and as you so right, in fact, before the... But you've just joined live from Las Vegas. In a Salaga, we've already seen one World Championship bout, for Azuma Nelson of Ghana, retained the weight title against Heavy Punch Exhibition Centre in Birmingham. Well, Julian Jackson, we could well go to Jesus. Jackson, 28 years of Jesus. Jackson, a man with a reputation, and of those 34 wins, by contrast, have anything like the punching power of the man with the white trunks from Brazil. 25 fights, 2 losses, those wins inside the distance. First round, the big bombs that have brought him 32 KOs. Oh, and he's got him. The knockdown coming up. There's the right-hander, flush on the side of the jaw. There's the punch again from another angle. And that will teach. And there it is again. Well, if you needed any demonstration to satisfy all you knockout enthusiasts, as we go into round 3 now. At the end of this fight, Bruno against Tyson. There's identification for you again. And Jackson now going for a quick stoppage. Forced to hold. And if you've just switched on your Vegas Hilton, well, I can tell you, championship bout that took place a little bit earlier this evening. It's a weight title bout between Julian from the Virgin Islands in the white. WBC super featherweight of Ghana, gutsy challenger Mario Martinez with an absolutely brutal left-right combination, but left referee Carlos Padilla to stop the fight, and quite right too. Well, we've already in July of last year won. So a second defense for Julian Jackson. Absolutely jam-packed, spine-tingling, as you would expect from a world heavyweight. But you've really got to be a little Julian Jackson, right? It's a skillful fight, but they're having to do it, or they did have to do it, in front of a half-empty hall. Well, a little bit low to me. No discomfort from De Jesus. Smiles winningly at the champion, getting the left jab to work. On a hook off the jab too, the challenger De Jesus. Championship of the world. Well, I know that Alan talking about when he fought at Vegas to fight Peter, and Alan was and still is with a work for these boys. Well, they're not fighting for an undisputed title. The UBA, National Boxing Federation, the IBF, that gives us 3 world champions. And I do hear talk that they want to start up a 4th as well. Of the world champion. Half the weights they were at the moment, and none of these artificially world titles. It's a championship bout, and these 2 boys, Julian Jackson in the gold, and Francisco Chiquilla left, and catching Jackson once or twice. Once again, let me remind earlier tonight at the last special Sky Boxing evening, the World Heavyweight Championship with Frank Bruno. Well, 1 or 2, 36th straight victim, or he's going to become the 3rd feet away from De Jesus in his own corner. So, the last 10 coming up of round 5 was scheduled to go 12. Francisco Chiquinho de Jesus. We've had one knockdown. That was at the end of the second. But a right-hander from Jackson decked to 8. Watching this recording from earlier this evening, one or two celebrities have been introduced. We've had Fonz, American music, and from the world of boxing too, showing the American rights to this fight. Thomas Hearns is here as well. In fact, you can safely say that anybody who is anybody. Yeah, I'm delighted to be here myself, and should be a member. It's a good performance right at this moment for the WBA junior middleweight de Jesus. Midweights at rest at home. You are missing nothing in the way of live action. He says has to be done to the absolute split second, and I promise, say from Las Vegas Hilton, see that ring at your peril. You will be invited to make the acquaintance. Drawing to its conclusion, it's a narrow points leader at this stage of the bout. But this is shown from his record and from what we've seen tonight. But he's posing Jackson enough problems to make the champion think it's going to have to be from Brazil. Near the end of the 7th, this fight slated for 12, and it's for the WBA junior middleweight in the green and gold, Julian Jackson. Just a little bit. Possibly fancy his chances of an inside, a short left, and that had de Jesus backpedaling, classic left. It's a nice upright boxer. Come on, Julian, comes the cry from the crowd. Oh, well, he's got a punch, we know that. Right uppercuts. Oh, that was a short left from the champion. Let's have a look at it again in slow motion, because this was such a sharp punch. There was the right, bang, down for Chiquinho de Jesus, that short, chopping, swinging right-hander. And the Brazil possible. Had his man down at the end of the second, remember, again with the right, and there was a punch again from our overhead.